Hello, welcome to Austin's Daily Show. Today's topic is about Department of Children and Family Service. For some people, they might build homes. To some people, they might be breaking homes. Let's talk about a topic about a young man who was in a relationship with a woman who happened to be a crackhead without him knowing nothing about it. Let's begin. This is a story. It's interesting. Just listen well. This man, he met this lady. Later, the lady was pregnant, and he was strict from day one. The lady said to him, he does, he have she take a shot like 6 months prevention care, so they start having unprotected sex. So things happen. She was pregnant. She said she wanna do abortion. So the guy moved out of her house because he found out she was smoking weed. So it was a big thing. Weed was a big thing for the guy. So he moved out of her house, not knowing she was pregnant before he knew she was pregnant. Okay, then they were living separately. She said she wanna do abortion. The guy didn't trust her, so she brought her mother with her. So the guy gave the money to her mother, so she can go with the daughter to do the abortion. The mother gave the money back to her daughter. She wanna smoke more crack with it. A child was born. No, before the child was born, the abortion wasn't done. The mother now called the girl and the guy over to our house and told them that he wanted them to adopt the baby. The guy was 32 years old, never had a child. The guy was offended. He said, no, he's not going to adopt his child. And this woman had two previous kids. She had one when she was 14 and another one, maybe a little bit older. So if those kids were not given her for adoption, why do you want to give her the 32 years old man's baby out? So the guy was offended. He didn't do that. So the child was born. 2 weeks later, the guy found out the lady was a crackhead. She does crack. The guy was surprised. What is crack? She broke it down to him. He said, cocaine, you boil it. So he was unaware. So they decided to live in together because the guy want to have a relationship with the daughter, with the child. Let me put it that way. So later on, she told the guy she wasn't going to be doing the drug. Things were going well. They live a normal life, go to movie, go out together, do a lot of stuff, you know. So life goes on. One day the guy decided to buy a house. They wanna look into this house. The guy said, okay, this is the house I wanna buy. The guy told her, okay, you can go to rehab while I keep both kids, her child and the one they had together. The lady said to him, oh, you have another woman, you wanna get rid of me? The guy like, no. Go to rehab. When you come back, you have a place you can wait, a place to stay. She called her mom, hang up the phone. The mom called the police. Police came over. The guy opened the door. There was no problem. They argued. The guy went to bed. Police knocked at the door. The guy was like, "Who is there?" He opened the door. He came in like, "Oh, the mom called and said you guys were fighting." The guy like, "No, they argued." So keep matter short. The guy was arrested. Few days before his birthday, he went to jail. What the woman did was she was busy writing this guy's check. Over $2,000 was gone out of his check, out of his account. The guy came out to stay in the hotel for about a month, rented a place. That was the month of September. November, the lady's car was booted. Guess who she cried to? My car has been booted. The guy. The guy gave her 1,400 to go get her car because he didn't want the child to be on public transportation. So that was done. Then the dad, the man, he gathered some money again. He went and bought a house by himself. He lived by himself and I bought his own house. Started a new family. At least he was doing good for himself. Buy at least 1 or 2 houses a year. He was doing good. Then the lady moved out of state. Now, if the guy cannot contact the woman so he can, talk to his child. Each time the woman called, the guy was paying child support. Each time the guy called, he would make the guy send her some money apart from paying child support so he can talk to his child because he knows he loves his baby. The guy has been there from day one. That is a guy like if the child have cold, the only times the child will be comfortable only when the dad is holding her or him, the baby. So at the end of the day, the guy did that for a while and decided to go to court and say, you know what, let me go for a visitation. The dad got there, he got a surprise of his life. Boom. The mom brought out a paper that the guy has been indicated for sexually molesting his old daughter. And he was not even aware of this. He was never contacted. He lived in his house from 2002 to 2006. He was never called. He was never contacted by the Department of Children and Family Service. They indicated this guy without talking to him. What is that? Is that racism or what? I don't know. I want somebody to tell me. So now, let's move forward. The guy sold what he got. He fought that case. He was able to get full custody of the daughter. Now, when he got full custody, maybe sometime in December 2004, 2005, January, the son's mother moved out. That he cannot deal with the child. That became just two of them. The guy has suffered. He'll be doing it all by himself. Being in several relationships, they never work out because of the child. He's not going to give up his child because of the love of his life. So he just decided to keep it that way. The child went to school one day and said that, oh, she wanna jump out of the window, that she wanna kill herself. She was admitted. The father thought it was an easy thing, so like it was a joke. They took her to Hargrove. This child has been hospitalized in Hargrove for about maybe 3 times. Children's Memorial Hospital 1 time. St. Mary's 2 times. Maybe altogether about 6, 7 times she has been hospitalized. So as she's growing older, the case is becoming worse and worse every day. Father took her to counseling, did everything he could. It's getting bad to the point that this child go to bed and sleep with a knife sometimes. This child called the police, DCSF on the father a lot of times. So the father just, he kind of tired. He's kind of scared at the same time. What is this child capable of doing? It's a child that was meant that the great-grandmother, for scolding her or something, she put a nail polish, bleach, for in water for the great-grandmother to drink. The father was called. This child went there for vacation. Within 5 days, they called the father, come get your child. The father didn't have a child and to go get the child. This child had lied on the father so many times. He's still hanging there. Last time, this child was hospitalized sometimes in June. Then end of July, she came out. Okay, the father told the child, okay, now he's going to give you another chance. 12 years old child. I'll give you one more chance. If you come home, you do anything crazy, this time around, I will actually sign you over to DCSF. The father went to work one day. This child went to the neighbor, opened up another Facebook account. Told she said she went to Yale University, which is not true. Yale, she's a child, and she lives in Chicago. So people will think she's a grown-up. She has sent some nasty pictures and nasty messages to people out there. Oh, grown-up people. So at the end of the day, you still blame the dad. The Department of Children and Family Service actually told this guy, give this child up, if not you'll be in trouble. So This time around, the father scolded the child for opening up Facebook, for even leaving the house. That happened on Thursday. Friday, he took the Facebook down. On Saturday, the father gave the child a Bible to read. So read the Bible starting from Matthew, New Testament. Then when you're done with every page, just read about, write what you know, what you understand about the Bible. That was on a Saturday. So the father went to work. He came back from work. Police was waiting for him outside. So the father now spoke to the police, let the police know the child has been diagnosed with bipolar, mood disorder, ADHD, depression, anything you can think of. That child, they said she got it. So the following 2 days later, the father took her to the Department of Children and Family Service and handed her over to them that his child, he cannot do it. They told the father they go to charge the father with lockout. The father was like, okay, he can deal with that. Because all he said was, if he cannot actually watch his own child, why do you think he would want to adopt somebody's baby? He's not going to do that. So now the Department of Children and Family Service gave this child to the grandmother. And this same grandmother, this father has been begging her, just take her since 2008, 2009. She said no, she can't do it. All of a sudden now that the child is going to the system, she wants the child. And this is my problem. The story is real. The problem I'm having is with the Department of Children and Family Service. Okay, now this child went to the grandmother's house about a year ago. She came back from the grandmother and told the dad. She told the babysitter that she gave the brother oral sex. DCSL were contacted. She told them was contacted. Now, the day the father actually signed this child over to the Department of Children and Family Service, they were over the father's house. They still investigating the issue of the brother. That is 22nd of August. By 1st of September, within 8 days interval, this child is with the grandmother. And this child said she gave the brother oral sex inside the grandmother's house. And the grandmother got the same child. Now, all of a sudden, within those 8 days, remember I said this child went to hospital sometimes in June, came out in July. Now she had herpes. Sexually transmitted disease. How did she get that? With the Department of Children and Family Service, they hurriedly just gave her to the grandmother. Go become nobody. Because while the child is there, she's not going to go to school. She's going to be pregnant before you know it. What is going on? Do you actually think the Department of Children and Family Service are doing their job, or they're just breaking homes? It's like they don't care. So now, the father that actually sent the child over to them, now they indicated the father for abuse. Abuse you never see one day. You guys this child have a record. Because this father don't want to go to jail, send the child over to you. Now, she has abused the child. You know, you guys got something coming. Heavier than what you actually think. Do you people actually think, are these people actually, they don't know what they're doing? They're trying to ruin somebody's life. These are incompetent people. You've indicated a man before, a man you never spoke to. You never questioned him about sexual thing, but no. This man was indicated for molesting his own child. Till this guy sold all he had to fight the case, and you guys overturned it. How do you guys do your investigation? Based on how you feel about the person? You know? The day the father actually took that child over there, one of the DCSF supervisors called the father at home and said to him, I need you to come and get this child. We're going to sign this child back over to you. The guy said, no. He said, because we can use our previous record to put something on your record. He has been threatened. And she did it. That's why the man has been indicated. How does that work? Anyway, welcome to Austin Daily Show. It's not, the show is about to start. You know, with the Department of Children and Family Service, it's not going to go down like that. You guys, just tell me how you think, what you think about those people as well. Because people like me, I'm tired about those kind of people. People who are not actually doing their job. I think the government need to scrap that department. Let police handle it. They're not doing their job. So if you tell me how you feel about the topic and let me know. I do really want to know how these rules, laws really work in this country. You call it landlord free. I don't think this is landlord free. You take care of yourself now. God bless.